Tidbits from TNT, Thursday, October 23, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Tishwash. Central Bank. The project to remove zeros from the dinar is still ongoing and is being planned. Central Bank Governor Ali Al-Alak confirmed that the three-year budget included very large expenditures and a high deficit, noting that the issue of removing zeros from the dinar may witness developments in the coming period. On the sidelines of Al-Alak's participation in the Dohuk Conference on Economic and Financial Problems in Iraq and the Kurdistan region, Al-Alak said, "The budget for the 3 years included very large expenditures, which is why the deficit was high. However, there is ongoing coordination between the central bank and the Ministry of Finance to achieve a high degree of financial stability." He added, "The issue of removing zeros from the Iraqi currency is an ongoing project that is being planned, and we may hear developments regarding it in the coming period." He pointed out that, with the renewed proposal for the zero removal project, which is currently being prepared, the currency denominations will be restructured in general, including the 20,000 denomination. Tishwash. No obstacles in way of withdrawing oil revenues from U.S. banks, Iraq. The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, said Wednesday there are no obstacles in the way of withdrawing oil revenues from U.S. banks, amid recent reports that Washington has sanctioned tens of Iraqi banks due to alleged violations involving illegal dollar transactions. "There are no obstacles or barriers," Ali Alak told Rudao on the sidelines of the second scientific conference of the College of Administration and Economics at the University of Dohuk. "We receive U.S. dollars daily and convert it directly to Iraqi dinars to meet the needs of the Ministry of Finance and pay those who are entitled to dollars in exchange for dinars. Iraq's oil revenues are deposited in U.S. banks, namely the Federal Reserve, for the purpose of stabilizing Iraqi dinar, management of inflation, and several other critical reasons. The practice originated after the 2003 invasion under UN and U.S. oversight. In August, Iraq Observatory reported that 35 of the 72 banks currently operating in Iraq have been sanctioned by the U.S. due to alleged violations of illegal U.S. dollar transactions. Oil revenue is Iraq's main source of income, and the federal government relies on oil sales to cover its costs and pay the salaries of its civil servants. Iraq has generated an estimated revenue of $7.1 billion in August oil exports, reported the country's oil ministry. Issues around budget deficiencies. In June 2023, Iraq passed a three-year budget that included a record $152 billion in spending, allocating 12.6% to the Kurdistan region. The three-year budget contains significant expenditures, which is why the deficit has increased, Alak warned, adding there is, however, coordination between the Ministry of Finance and the central bank to ensure greater financial stability. He added there are plans being implemented in coordination between the government and the central bank to establish a foundation for financial sustainability that will not face shortages and problems. The programs that the government and central bank are working on include increasing non-oil revenues to protect against the shocks that hit Iraq's economy. I believe there will be significant progress on this matter in the future. Financial sustainability is an important and fundamental goal that we are all working on. Under Iraq's three-year budget plan for 2023 to 2025, it was decided that the federal government's revenues and expenditures would follow a set framework, with the Finance Ministry preparing an updated revenue and expenditure table each year for parliamentary approval. However, the 2025 budget table has yet to be submitted to Parliament. In practice, even when such tables are prepared, the figures often differ significantly from actual revenues and expenditures, as seen over the past 2 years. Removing zeros from currency. Last week, the CBI announced plans to remove zeros from dinar, as part of efforts to strengthen the national currency. The matter of removing zeros from the Iraqi currency is a project that still exists and is ongoing. We are planning for it, and in the future we will see progress on this matter, Alak said. Iraq's national currency, the dinar, has recently demonstrated strong signs of recovery, with the market rate steadily approaching the official exchange rate of 1,320 Iraqi dinars to the US dollar. After a turbulent period of volatility and speculation. Tishwash. Nechervan Barzani receives a message from Trump. U.S. President Donald Trump expressed his thanks and appreciation to Kurdistan Region President Nechervan Barzani for his efforts to promote peace and peaceful coexistence, and his endeavors to end conflicts in the Middle East. The Kurdistan Region Presidency stated in a statement received by Shafaq news agency on Wednesday evening that Barzani received a letter from the U.S. President on Tuesday evening, thanking him for his efforts and endeavors to achieve peace. He also stressed the importance of ending disputes and tensions in the Middle East. In his message, Trump emphasized that the nations of the world are capable of overcoming old differences and moving toward a shared future of peace, success, and progress. The U.S. President expressed his personal commitment and that of his administration to supporting efforts to achieve sustainable peace and end conflicts and violence in the region and the world. He concluded his message by conveying his greetings and best wishes to the president of the Kurdistan region, Nechervan Barzani, and his family. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: DinarRecaps.com